In the second question, given that two of the zeros of the cubic polynomial ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d are 0, the third zero is, okay, look at here, cubic polynomial, and two of the zeros are 0, and he is asking what is third zero, and it should be in terms of what coefficients, that is a b c d. Okay, so now let us try to solve this one, second one. Okay, so now look at here. So the second one, the given polynomial is actually what it is, actually in the standard form. P of x is equal to a x cube plus b x square plus cx plus d. Okay, so and it is a cubic polynomial, so let alpha comma beta comma gamma be zeros. Okay, let it be alpha, beta, gamma. And one more important thing is two zeros of this polynomial are 0. That's why I'm going to consider alpha is equal to 0 and beta is equal to 0. You may consider beta gamma or alpha gamma, it's your choice. Okay, I'm going to consider alpha is equal to 0, beta is equal to 0, and the third zero is gamma, and I have to find out what is actually gamma. Okay, so now for this one it's very easy, means you will get the correct answer only when you consider sum of zeros. Okay, because now look at here, sum of zeros is alpha plus beta plus gamma, and it is equal to what, minus b divided by a. Okay, so now look at here, alpha is what, 0, beta is 0, and then gamma as it is minus b by a. Okay, so the left hand side becomes what, just gamma. Gamma is equal to minus b by a, so that's why the third zero is actually what, just it is minus b by a, gamma. Okay, so the right answer is option I think option A. Okay, so option A, so where it is given that minus b by a, so this is actually what, right answer. Okay, option A. For the question number 3, it is just similar to that of question number 1, so that's why do it yourself, and I'm going to give the answer for you. Right answer is option A, 4 divided by 3. Okay, so try to solve this one, you will get the answer. Look at the fourth question. A quadratic polynomial whose zeros are minus 3 and 4 is. Okay, this type of problems are already solved. Okay, so minus 3 and 4 are actually what, zeros. Okay, they are not a sum of zeros and product of zeros, so they are actually what, minus 3 and 4 are actually alpha and beta. So now you have to find out what, the required quadratic polynomial. Okay, so now I'm going to solve this one. So the just data what he has given is zeros. Okay, minus 3 and 4. Okay, so that's why I'm going to write down alpha is equal to minus 3 and beta is equal to what, 4. Okay, so now I'm going to calculate what is sum of zeros. So that is alpha plus beta, which is equal to minus 3 plus 4 means you will get 1. Okay, and then alpha into beta means you will get minus 12. So the required polynomial is given by p of x is equal to x square minus sum of zeros. Sum of zeros is actually what, 1. Okay, 1 into x and plus product of zeros. Product of zeros is actually what, minus 12. Okay, so on simplification, that is multiplication of sign, we will get x square minus x minus 12. Okay, like this. Okay, so now look at the options. Okay, x square minus x minus 12, so x square minus x plus 12, this is okay, it is a wrong answer. X square plus x plus 2, okay, it's not possible. And look at the last one, 2x square plus 2x minus 24. Okay, so but just look at the sign here, positive negative, but here both are negative, second and third terms are negative. So here, okay, negative positive not possible, both are positive not possible, positive negative not possible, here negative negative. Okay, maybe C is the right option, but it is not exactly similar to the top option C. Now look at here, x square minus x minus 12. Okay, so just he is going to modify this polynomial. In the last class I told for you, you can multiply any number for all the terms, then polynomial will get changes, but its zeros never changes. Okay, so that's why I'm going to do like this. Okay, so now I'm going to multiply this one by what? 1 by 2. Okay, so now look at here, x square minus x minus 12. Okay, if you multiply this one by 1 by 2, it will looks like a different polynomial, but its zeros are still minus 3 and 4. Okay, remember this fact. I have explained this one already in the classes. Okay, so now on multiplication you will get what? P of x is equal to x square by 2 minus x by 2 and then minus 6, because you can divide 12 by 6, 12 by 2, it will goes 6 times, that's why. Okay, now look at the options. Okay, now look at the third option, x square by 2 minus x by 2 minus 6, x square by 2 minus x by 2 minus 6. Okay, so that's why to confuse you, he may modify the correct answer like this. Okay, so that's why you should be very careful in case of in this type of problems. Okay, so remember this one. So that's why here the right answer is option C. Okay, option C is the right answer. Answer is x square by 2 minus x by 2 and then minus 6. Okay, this is the right answer. Now look at the fifth question. The number of polynomials having zeros as minus 2 and 5, means zeros are given, minus 2 and 5 are zeros, means alpha is equal to minus 2, beta is equal to 5. But he is not going to ask what is the required polynomial, but he is going to ask like this, the number of polynomials, so that they are having zeros minus 2 and 5. Okay, so just now try to understand this one. Okay, minus 2 and 5 are actually what? Zeros. Okay, first write on the required given data. Alpha is equal to minus 2 and beta is equal to what? It is 5. Okay, so now the required polynomial can be given like this. Okay, before that calculate alpha plus beta. 5 minus 2 means it will become 3, and then alpha into beta is equal to what? Minus 10. So now look at here, the required polynomial can be given like this. Okay, x square minus alpha plus beta is actually what? 3 into x. Alpha into beta is equal to what? Minus 10. Okay, so that's why plus into minus, it will become minus and then minus 10. So now look at it, this is actually the required polynomial, but I told you in the previous problem, you can multiply any number to this polynomial, means multiply for all the three terms. Okay, if you multiply by minus 1, the polynomial will get changes like this. Okay, p of x is equal to minus x square plus 3x and then plus 10. If you multiply 2, it will become like this, p of x is equal to 2x square minus 6x and then minus 20, like this. Okay, in this way you can multiply any number for all the three terms. Okay, it should be common multiplication. So in this way you can get infinite number of polynomials. Okay, so these three polynomials are different, they are actually different polynomials, but if you try to find out the zeros of these three polynomials, you will always get alpha is equal to minus 2 and beta is equal to 5. I'm going to write on one more polynomial like this. Okay, so now look at here, p of x is equal to, I'm going to multiply what? Now I'm going to multiply 10. Okay, for this one, if you multiply 10, it will become what? 10x square and then minus 30x and then minus 10 into 10, it will become what? 100. Okay, like this. So in this sense you can multiply any number. Okay, there are infinite numbers, so that's why you will get infinite number of polynomials in this way. So that's why if any problem asked in this manner, your answer should be like this, infinite number of polynomials can be generated for a given value of alpha and beta. So but according to the given options, okay, in the given question, the suitable answer is more than 3. More than 3 means we can understand this one as infinite. Okay, so there is no restriction exactly 3, exactly 2, exactly 1 polynomial, like that. You can, for a given value of alpha and beta, you can generate infinite number of polynomials. Okay, so remember this one. So that's why for the question number 5, right answer is what? Option D, which is more than 3. Okay, so if infinite is given, okay, then you can choose that one. Okay, in that case he will not give more than 3. Okay, he will give 1 2 3, and in the last option he will give infinitely many, so then you need to choose infinitely many. Okay, look at the sixth question. Given that one of the zeros of the cubic polynomial ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is 0, means one of the zero is 0, the product of the other two zeros is, okay. So this is a slightly similar to that of question number 2, I think. Okay, so where two zeros are already zeros, but here only one zero is actually 0. Okay, now let us see. But he is going to ask what? The product of the other two zeros. Okay, product. Okay, just it's very simple. Okay, so now look at here. First I'm going to write down the given polynomial. It is already in the standard form. Cubic polynomial ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Okay, cubic polynomial, and let alpha comma beta comma gamma be zeros. Okay, in this case only one zero is 0. Okay, and let it be alpha. You can choose any one, but I'm going to choose what? Alpha. So now we have to find out what product of other two zeros. Other two zeros means beta gamma. Product of these two means beta into gamma. We need to find out what? Beta gamma, means beta into gamma or gamma into beta. So for this one I'm going to consider this one. Now we have this one already. Sum of product of zeros taken two at a time. It is actually like this: alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to what? So now this is actually the term I have to consider, c by a. Okay, c by a. So now look at here, alpha is already 0. Okay, when you place alpha, this term becomes 0. When you place 0 in the place of alpha, this term becomes 0. 0 plus 0 means it will get disappear. Only the remaining thing is what? Beta gamma. Beta gamma is equal to what? C divided by a. Okay, so b, actually we want what? Product of other two zeros. Other two zeros are beta gamma, and their product is equal to what? C by a. So that's why the right answer is option B. Okay, option B is equal to what? C by a. So that's why option B is the right answer, C by a. Look at the seventh question. If one of the zeros of the cubic polynomial x cube plus ax square plus bx plus c is -1, then the product of other two zeros is. Okay, so it's already similar to that of one of the previous question, but it seems to be somewhat different, so that's why I'm going to solve this one. Now look at here, it's not the standard form. Standard form is actually what? Like this: ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. But it is not in the standard form, actually, means it's not the general form. It's cubic polynomial. Okay, right, but this is actually general form. Okay, this is actually not in the general form, so that's why first you have to concentrate on this. Okay, and one more thing is actually what? -1 is 0 of this polynomial, means 1 0 is given. Then the product of other two zeros means other two zeros are actually not known. You need to find out what? Their product, and the options are actually like this. Okay, now let us see how to solve this one. Okay, I have already written the given polynomial is like this, and 1 0 is -1, and let it be alpha. Okay, alpha is equal to -1. So now to find out that is the product of other two zeros, and let other zeros be beta gamma. Okay, we need to find out what? Beta into gamma. So for this I'm going to consider what? Product of zeros, alpha into beta into gamma is equal to. So now look at here, according to the formula, okay, product of zeros is equal to the last term in case of cubic polynomial minus the constant term, actually. Okay, constant term is c here, so that's why I'm going to write down c divided by coefficient of x cube. It is actually 1, so that's why 1. So now alpha is equal to what? -1. So place -1, and beta gamma as it is. Right side become minus, left side becomes minus. Beta gamma is equal to minus c, minus minus get cancelled. Beta gamma is equal to what? C. So this is actually what? Product of other two zeros. It is actually equal to what? C. So now look at the options. So in the option A, B, C, D, you can't find this answer C, but he is going to modify this answer. Okay, as in the case of fourth question, he's just going to modify the answer. So now look at here, all the options A, B, C and D are in the form of A, B and 1 is present. Means you need to express C in terms of A, B, then you will get the answer. Okay, so for this one you may make use of this alpha is equal to minus 1. So alpha is what? 0 of P of X. Okay, alpha is a 0 of P of X, means P of alpha should be equal to 0. So that's why now I'm going to calculate here. Okay, so now look at here, alpha is 0 means definitely P of alpha should be equal to what? 0. Alpha is what? P of minus 1, it should be equal to 0. Alpha is minus 1. Now place minus 1 in the place of X, you will get like this, minus 1 whole power 3 plus A into minus 1 whole power 2 plus B into minus 1 and then plus C is equal to 0. Minus 1 whole power 3 means minus 1, minus 1 whole square 1, 1 into A means A and then minus B and then plus C is equal to 0. So now I want to express C in terms of A and B. So that's why keep C as it is and shift all the terms towards the right side. So now look at here, minus 1 becomes plus 1, plus A becomes minus A, minus B becomes plus B. First I'm going to write on the positive term. Okay, here B becomes positive, minus B becomes plus B, plus A becomes minus A, minus 1 becomes plus 1. Okay, so therefore C is equal to what? B minus A plus 1. So now I'm going to replace the value of C here. Beta gamma is equal to B minus A plus 1. Okay, now look at the options. Okay, here B minus A plus 1. Okay, B minus A plus 1, option A. Okay, so that's why option A, B minus A plus 1 is actually what? Right answer. Look at the question number 8. The zeros of the quadratic polynomial x square plus 99x plus 127 are, and look at the options also, both positive, both negative, one positive and one negative, both equal. Okay, so if you look at this question, he is not going to ask what are zeros, just he is going to ask about the sign of zeros, whether both are positive, both are negative, one positive, one negative. Okay, there are three possibilities when we consider the sign. Okay, because there are only two zeros. Okay, possibilities are what actually what, both are positive, both may be negative, one positive, one negative. Okay, first one positive, second one negative, or second one first one negative, second one positive, like that. Okay, so only three possibilities are there regarding sign, and both equal, it is one of the case. Okay, so that's why here there's no need to find out the zeros of this polynomial. Okay, don't factorize this one, don't try to find out the zeros. Even if you find out the zeros, you will give the right answer. So this is because if you get zeros, you can identify what are the signs of the zeros. Okay, if you get 2 and 5, both are positive. If you get like this, minus 2 minus 1, both are negative. If you get like this, 5 minus 3, one positive, one negative. If you get 3 3, both are equal. Okay, so without finding the zeros, you can decide what about the sign of the zeros. Okay, so just I'm going to give you note. Okay, you need to note down this one in your notebook. Okay, so now look at here. So the sign of zeros depends upon the sign of coefficients. Okay, so here A is equal to 1, B is equal to 99, and then C is equal to what? 127. Okay, so now just remember this one, A, B, C, and here I'm going to write down what? Alpha and beta. So now look at here, if A is positive, B is positive, C is positive, or if A is positive, B negative, C negative. If A is negative, B positive, C positive, and this is negative, negative, negative. Okay, in all these cases, in all these cases, both zeros are negative. Remember, okay, both zeros are negative. Okay, this is a very important point. So just if you identify the signs of A, B, C, then you will immediately answer this one. Okay, so that's why to save the time, okay, if you try to find out the zeros, it will take I think 2 to 3 minutes. But if you know this one, you can answer within a fraction of second. So that's why now look at here, A positive, B positive, C positive. Okay, now this given polynomial belongs to this case. Definitely you can say what? Both negative. Okay, so note down this table. Okay, so remember this one. So now the right answer is actually what? Question number 8, option B, both negative. Both negative. This is the right answer. Look at the 9th question. If the zeros of the quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c not equal to 0 are equal, then, okay, so now look at here, it is similar to that of previous question. If the zeros of the quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c not equal to 0 are equal, means both are one and the same. Means we can't exactly say what about the sign, because the zeros may be 2, 2, alpha is equal to 2, beta is equal to 2, but there may be another possibility, alpha is equal to -2, beta is equal to -2. So that's why equal means they will definitely have same sign, but we can't say whether it is positive or negative exactly. Okay, forget about the sign. So but here the thing is, so now look at here, so just you need to judge what will be the signs of A, B, C here. Okay, so now you need, for this one you need to remember one thing. So remember, when zeros are equal, zeros are equal, remember b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. Okay, b is actually what? Coefficient of x, a means coefficient of x square, c means constant term. Remember this one. Okay, this is a formula. So when both zeros are equal, b square minus 4ac should be equal to 0. Okay, it's already given the zeros of this polynomial are already equal, then definitely it should be true, b square minus 4ac should be equal to 0. Okay, so now I'm going to simplify this one. Now look at here, b square is equal to what? 4ac. Okay, now look at here, in the left hand side b square is present. So now regardless of the sign of b, it is a b square, that's why it will always positive, because square of any number is always positive. If we make square of positive number and sign is positive, if we take square of a negative number, once again it will become positive. Okay, because just take an example, 1 square is 1, -1 whole square is, and once again you will get 1, means positive. Okay, left hand side is actually what? Positive. Now look at the right hand side, 4 is actually what? Positive. Okay, and now a, and then now c, we need to judge what will be the signs of a and c. So now left hand side is positive, means right hand side should be positive. Okay, because left hand side is equal to right hand side, that's why. Okay, now it is already positive, means if this product means a into c, if this product is positive, then only positive into positive become positive is equal to positive, left hand side is equal to right hand side. But if this one is negative, negative into positive, it will become negative. Positive is equal to negative, it is not true. Positive is equal to positive is true, negative is equal to negative is true, but positive is equal to negative, it will not true. Okay, it's actually not true, it's wrong. Okay, so that's why to get left hand side is equal to right hand side, this product should be what? Positive. This product will be positive only when A and C have same sign. Okay, two possibilities are there. If both A and C are positive, positive into positive becomes positive. If both A and C are negative, negative into negative become positive. So that's why by this we can understand what both A and C must have same sign. Okay, whatever it may be plus or minus, both are positive, both are negative. Okay, these two answers are acceptable. Okay, so that's why now look at the options in the question number 9. Okay, so now look at here where both A and C have same sign. Actually, now look at here, C and A have opposite sign. C and B, okay, actually we don't get the relation between C and B. Actually, now look at here, C and A have same sign. C and B, okay, we have not got the relationship between C and B. Actually, we get this one, C and A have same sign, it may be positive or negative. Okay, so that's why option C is the right answer. Okay, option C is actually what? A, C and A, C and A, C and A have the same sign, have the same sign. C and A have the same sign is the right answer. Look at the last question in the multiple choice questions, 10th one. If one of the zeros of the quadratic polynomial of the form x square plus ax plus b is the negative of the other, then it, okay, like this, options are actually like this. Now look at here, so this situation is already came in case of theoretical problems. One zero is negative of the other, means what? We are going to consider alpha minus alpha, like that. Okay, one is negative of the other. So in this case we have seen that in the last classes I told for you, so this the coefficient of x will become 0 in this case. Okay, so now I am going to show this one again for you, so but you should be careful about the options also. Okay, now look at here, so first I'm going to decide what will happen when one zero is negative of the other. Okay, so now let alpha comma minus alpha be zeros. Okay, be zeros. Now look at here, before that one, given polynomial is actually like this, coefficient of x square is 1, coefficient of x is a, constant term means the last term is b. Now look at here, one more thing, quadratic term means this one, where exponent 2 is present, called as quadratic term. Where exponent of x is 1, it is called as a linear term, linear term, remember this one. And the last term where x power 0 is present, it is called as constant term. Okay, I told this one already for you, but remember this one, this is a new terminology for you. Linear term means wherever there is a x, the entire term is called as linear. If there is a x square, quadratic term. If there is x cube, cubic term. Okay, cubic term, like that. Okay, so just remember this one, because in the option he is going to mention like that, linear term, constant term, like that. So now look at here, if these two zeros are actually like this, if you consider the what addition of zeros, means the sum of zeros, alpha minus alpha is equal to minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square, it is 1. Alpha minus alpha is actually what? 0. Okay, 0 is equal to minus a. Okay, if you shift the minus, it will become 0 is equal to a is equal to 0. Okay, so if a becomes 0, what will happen? A becomes 0, a into 0 into x, it will become always 0. Then this term will disappear. If it becomes 0, then there is no necessity to write on this one. So that's why we can say what linear term will disappear, or there will be no linear term. Okay, both are same. There will be no linear term. So now look at the options. Has no linear term. In the first option, has no linear term. Third one, can have a linear term. Can have a linear term. C and D, you can exclude these two options, C and D, because we have already got the conclusion about that linear term. There will be no linear term. So that's why has no linear term, has no linear term means A and B are actually correct. Okay, now additionally he is going to give like this: constant term is negative. In the option B, constant term is positive. Means you have to decide what is the sign of the constant term. Constant term is actually what here? B, but in the general form it is actually C. When suppose it is ax square plus bx plus c, then C will be the what? Constant term. But here it is not in the general form, so that's why constant term is actually what? B. So now we need to decide what is actually the sign of B, whether it is positive or negative. Okay, so now for this one I'm going to do like this. So now look at it. A is a 0. Okay, if A becomes a 0, then I'm going to place this one here. Okay, so what we get, if A becomes a 0, I'm going to get like this: P of x is equal to x square plus B. Okay, I'm going to remove the linear term, so that's why we will get like this. Now I'm going to try to find out what are the zeros. Okay, so now try to remember the previous classes where I'm going to factorize the given polynomial to find out the zeros alpha and beta. In that section I have given the problems like this also, where there is no linear term. Okay, so now just try to recall. Okay, look at your notes. So in that case, what is the procedure I have followed? Okay, so like this, just simply equate to 0, you will get x square plus b is equal to 0. So just shift the constant term towards the right side, you will get what? X square is equal to minus b, and just x is equal to plus or minus the square root of minus b. Okay, you will get like this. Okay, so now one important thing I'm going to give for you. Okay, so this is very important. Now look at here. Square root of 1 means 1, square root of 4 means 2, square root of 9 means 3, like this. Okay, you know these square roots. Okay, so now look at here. So square root of 1 is equal to 1. This is because if you take square of 1, you will get 1. That's why. Square root of 4 is equal to 2, because 2 square is equal to 4. That's why. Square root of 9 is equal to 3, because 3 square you will get 9. Okay, now suppose square root of minus 9 is there. Let us imagine like this. Now can you tell me also whose square is minus 9? Okay, in the same sense, suppose if I write down like this, square root of minus 4, can you tell me whose square is minus 4? Okay, so just think about this. So but if you think, okay, so you will get like this. There are no solution for this. Okay, there will be no solutions, because if you take square of this one, okay, 3 square means you will get 9. Okay, whose square will become minus 9? This will never happen, because square of any number is always actually what? Positive, but here actually it is what? Negative. Okay, you know this one. Square of a number is always positive. Okay, is always positive. So now look at here. Square this one, you will get definitely positive. But so whose square will become negative? There will be no number. Okay, you will not get any number whose square is negative. So that's why if there is a negative number within the square root, so here we can say it is not defined. Okay, so remember this one. This is very important. Okay, so based on this concept, you are going to study one chapter in first PUC. It is complex number. Okay, in that chapter, in the beginning of the chapter, so he is going to explain this thing. Okay, square root of a negative number is undefined. because square of any number will not become negative. That's why it is undefined. So now look at here. Here the situation is actually like this: square root of minus b. So now we can't immediately just we can't immediately judge this is not defined, because we don't know what is the sign of b. Now definitely polynomial always has a solution actually. Okay, so that's why it has a solution means square root of this number should be defined. This will be defined only when b is positive. Okay, sorry, b is negative. Okay, b is negative. So this is because if b is negative, negative into negative becomes positive, then square root of positive number is defined. Suppose b is positive, positive into negative become negative, then it will become undefined, then there will be no zeros. So that's why the important thing is actually what you need to decide the sign of b here. Within the square root there should be a positive number, because the square root of positive number is defined, square root of negative number is undefined. So that's why it should be positive within the square root. So it should be positive means here already negative sign is there. If b is negative, then only this will on multiplication become positive, then we can define this one. So that's why the decision is actually what b should be what negative. So now there will be no linear term and b should be negative. So that's why look at the right answer. So the right answer is has no linear term and the constant term is negative. Option A is the right answer. Okay, so for the last question, option A is the right answer. Has no linear term, has no linear term, and b is negative. Okay, so this is the right answer.